So Andy, to start with, there probably is a lot of squad information to get through.
You'll have to remind me, there's not much.
Yeah, it's one of those squads where you probably had to make an enormous amount of decisions and weighing up risk factors around injuries.
But you know, there's probably a little bit more than usual, but tends to be the same type of conversations every time you pick a squad. And you know, you pick the squad on Wednesday and there's another round to go, and there's always something that's going to happen, so you're ready for all different types of permutations as far as that's concerned. And I suppose looking at the squad as a whole and gelling that together, and what does it need a little bit more experience, or does it need a bit of youth? And in some cases you've not got that much choice really, you know, so it's a little bit different this time round, but usually the same, if that makes sense.
Specifically, Jack Boyle picked up that injury on Saturday.
Poor lad,
Are you expecting to be without him for the duration of the tournament?
Yeah, at this stage, yeah.
And then on Andrew Porter, could he be involved at a later stage in the championship?
He could, but not just yet. Not just yet. So obviously, there's protocols that he needs to get through as well to be in that kind of frame of mind. So, you know, devastated for Jack there. I mean, what a terrible thing for to happen for him. As in, he would have been disappointed in the autumn not to play. He's gone back and proved a point, and that's the type of response that you want to see. And he would have known that his chance was coming around at international level. You would have thought. And for him to at the last hurdle to be pulled like that is a shame for us all.
Caelan, another Six Nations championship. They come around fast.
They do, yeah. Always exciting this time of year. Pretty much the pinnacle of Test rugby, taking away the World Cup, obviously. And France, first up over there, is sharpens the mind. Certainly, it's one to look forward to.
What have the early messages been from Andy since I know you only met up yesterday, but what have those messages been from Andy around the things, the key points coming from November?
We actually flew over, so I haven't been into camp yet, but I mean, I know from experience it will be the need to continue to improve, to continue to evolve, to reflect as individuals on where we want to take our game. And it's obviously a short 10 days, so each meeting, each walkthrough, each training session, making it count. Is
discipline one of the key areas?
Certainly, yeah. I've spoken to the coaches off the back of November around my discipline, and as captain, as a leader, I need to be leading that area of the game a lot better than I have been. So we've had a good emphasis over the last number of weeks around going through captain as much as possible and not having too many voices. Understanding that it's a very difficult job that referees have, and trying to help them not add to the pressures of that. So it's going to be important in places like Stade de France. We've obviously got Carl Dixon, who I've worked with plenty of times and have a good relationship with, so I'm looking forward to working with him.
On the flip side of the injury stuff, you have the opportunity to be able to call up a 20-year-old lad
it's amazing
like
story,
Billy Bowe, and how, as a head coach, how special is that of a moment to be able to deliver that news to a player?
Well, it is. He's 100% special, and you could hear the excitement in his voice, a little bit of a chuckle whilst I was speaking to him on the phone. But I mean, it says a lot, doesn't it, that Connacht are playing one of the biggest games in their history there, I would have thought, with the new stand opening against Leinster, and his first choice there. So he says a lot, and there's some good experienced players that are behind him last weekend. So we obviously followed his progress through the 20s and the games that he's played so far at Connacht. The temperaments there, he's come from good stock, as we know with his grandfather there. So, but he's a student of the game as well. So maybe he's come a little bit earlier than he would have thought, but that could stand to us all down the line as well.
Yeah, it's class. What an opportunity for him. Very excited for him, looking forward to meeting him and getting to know him and showing him the way, as a lot of guys will be. But I mean, I saw on Saturday, obviously facing him, the quality he has. Played under 20s last year, and he's been going well in the 5 games he has had, so excited to see what he's about.
Do you remember your first experience in the Ireland squad? What was that like?
I do. I remember coming in, we had a 2-day camp. December 2019, not long after the World Cup, and I remember being very welcomed and just the excitement of it all. So yeah, I had senior guys there kind of putting an arm around me and looking after me and showing me the way, and I'll be trying to do that with the likes of Billy coming in.
Is that something you've kind of had to learn to do as a captain, just kind of be more present around those little things for the new guys coming in?
Yeah, but there's a good group there who will manage that. Like, there's messages gone out already into the forwards group around Ty Byrne looking after Edwin and things like that. So it's a bit of a shared balance, but I think it happens organically in environments anyway, where you want to get to know your teammates, you want to spend time with them and hang out with them. So it will happen organically as well.
Another new face in the squad, Edwin Adogbo, someone you wanted to bring to Chicago with you back in the end of October. How impressed have you been with the way he's got himself back up to full fitness over these last few months with Munster?
Well, yeah, and how he's, whether it be from the bench or start, how he's made an impact out on the game and influenced the game rather than just fit in. He's certainly made an impact, so we're hoping to see that. I mean, obviously Edwin, as you rightly say, has not been into camp with us before. It's not through lack of trying, but we get him in camp, and he's up to everyone else to make sure that they help him be himself as soon as he possibly can, so we can get up to speed with everything. And because there's a little bit of a difference in how you prepare for a first game up internationally, certainly with 2 days less preparation cut off there, so that'll be new for him, but the rest of the lads will help him and others along.
Back to Stade de France for the first time since the Rugby World Cup. I suppose that it probably won't hit till the week you get there, but it'll start churning up memories of 2023.
Yeah, certainly good and bad, but I think what's been consistent throughout is the atmosphere you get over there. I remember pre-World Cup over 2022 walking out before the warm-up, and already the drums are going, it's pretty much full, there's a good atmosphere building, so yeah, we're ready for a hostile environment and all that will bring.
If you come into a tournament like the Six Nations, you've not got the energy, the buzz, the tingle down your spine of excitement about getting stuck into this brilliant tournament. Then we're in the wrong place. It's an absolute privilege. I think everyone looks forward to this time of year when the Six Nations gets going, and I suppose everyone's aim is to do as well as they possibly can in it.